A Clockwork Orange, based on Anthony Burgess's novel of the same name, is one of the best and most controversial movies of the 1970s. Despite the arguments surrounding the film's violence, this Stanley Kubrick picture has become an iconic piece of pop culture, and multiple directors and showrunners have since paid tribute to it in their own works. So pour yourself a glass of milk as we delve into some of our favorite Clockwork Orange Easter eggs. Hellraiser. Directed by horror icon Clive Barker, Hellraiser is a horror classic that gave the world Pinhead, one of the all-time great movie monsters. The film also contains a Clockwork Orange reference that's so quick that it's easy to miss. In the pic, the Cotton House is located at 55 Ludovico Place, which is a reference to the infamous torture technique that Alex experiences in Kubrick's masterpiece.
Well, that's good. I like to biddy the old films now and again.
Trainspotting. Like A Clockwork Orange, Trainspotting is also a masterclass of British cinema, and it includes quite a few nods to Kubrick's tour de force. Not only did Danny Boyle design the film's Volcano nightclub to look reminiscent of Clockwork's Korova milk bar, with all the writing on the wall, but the background music was played by Heaven 17, a band that was named after a fictional pop group from the Anthony Burgess novel. Star Trek: The Next Generation. In the fourth season of Star Trek: The Next Generation, an episode called The Mind's Eye featured the Romulans using their own version of the Ludovico technique. Since Geordi LaForge is blind, they have to pump images of violence straight into his brain, which is somehow even creepier than what happens to Alex in Clockwork.
I can tell you've gone to a lot of trouble.
Indeed we have.
The Dark Knight. While Heath Ledger was playing the Joker in The Dark Knight, he kept a creepy journal of all of his influences and thoughts to prepare for the production. It's probably not too surprising that Alex DeLarge was a source of inspiration for Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker, because they're both sadistic psychopaths who want to see the world burn.
Well, hello, beautiful.
But what might come as a shock is how he managed to sneak in a subtle nod to Clockwork and its director in his own version of the Kubrick stare. The Kubrick stare is a nod to the fact that at some point in nearly all of his movies, the director has one of the characters stare at the camera with their head tilted down, looking up from under the eyebrows with a crazed look in their eyes. It shows up quite often in Clockwork, so it's probably no coincidence that after being so influenced by Alex DeLarge, Ledger borrowed that iconic piece of Malcolm McDowell's performance as well. Teen Titans. A recurring villain in the DC universe, Mad Mod is an eccentric fashion designer who uses his style and technology to brainwash and wreak havoc. In the animated series from 2003 and the revival in 2017, the character was voiced by none other than Malcolm McDowell himself.
Won't you lot ever learn? You're in my world, my duckies. You can't win.
To celebrate his involvement, the show goes full bore on a Clockwork Orange Easter eggs during his guest stints. Mad Mod forces the Teen Titans to watch mind control videos, and then he also appears alongside a ton of weird psychedelic imagery that wouldn't look out of place in the movie that made him famous.
Can't have those nasty superpowers disrupting my lecture now, can I?
American Gods. The first episode of American Gods gave us all the great characters and bloody mayhem that we've come to expect from TV producer Bryan Fuller. One thing fans really liked was the design of the Technical Boy and his minions, the children. Perhaps the reason they were so popular was that they were familiar to Clockwork fans as a nod to the Droogs. Just like the Droogs, the children wear two-tone jumpsuits and enjoy being silent and violent.
That's part of the new way.
Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.